From the perfect skills for your playthrough to which items are worth picking up, these Donkey Kong tips will help keep DK and Pauline in tip-top shape, so let's begin. To get anywhere in Donkey Kong Bananza, you've first got to know how the terrain works. How strong it is, what it's good for, its type. I don't expect you to know all of these features off by heart though, and you don't need to. You can refresh your memory about each type of terrain by digging up some dirt with ZR, then holding ZR to aim. This lets you see both the terrain type and its toughness. If it doesn't have any toughness listed, it means you're holding onto indestructible bedrock. If in doubt, or if you merely need to blow off some steam, dig deeper. Not metaphorically, literally. Donkey Kong Bananza's map holds all kinds of secrets and rewards for those who chisel their way downwards. And there's the chance that you'll find a treasure chest, gold, or Bonanza gems. You could also stumble or knuckle upon helpful supplies like balloons or apple juice, which I'll talk about later, and most importantly, treasure maps, which will reveal the location of a fossil on your map. Punching dirt is also a great way to procrastinate from doing anything story related if you're getting the story scaries / progression allergy. Combine this digging endeavour with the punch power skill for stronger punches. You just need to invest 1 skill point to be able to punch through terrain with a 2-star toughness, which means you'll be able to get through the first 4 layers of Donkey Kong Bananza. Once you come across higher density terrain, it's time to pop another point into punch power, so you can continue to avoid the story scaries. Regret and regretting regret is a big part of life, so it's no surprise that it bleeds into Donkey Kong Bananza too. So when you think, oh no, I shouldn't have done that, and find yourself trapped in the earth, have no fear. You can press the plus button when in map view and reset the terrain, saving you from experiencing the consequences of your actions. Bear in mind that resetting the terrain also restores gold deposits and gives you even more terrain to dig through in search of treasure chests. When you make it to the canyon layer, make sure to watch out for characters that look like little houses. There are so many off-colour jokes I could make here about going inside them, and I'm exercising extreme restraint, just so you know. Anyway, chat to them and they'll offer to build non-sentient getaway homes for you. Getaways are resting stations you can build in levels that take the form of little houses with a bed, wardrobe, and record player. As you make more progress in a layer, they'll offer to upgrade these getaways with more amenities like bonus hearts every time you sleep, access to shops, and having these getaways function as fast travel points. Sometimes you might get caught up in the whirling fists of DK Bananza, but don't forget that often hurling a terrain chunk at enemies will solve your problems. Almost all of the terrain in Bonanza will deal more damage than your regular attacks and have a fair amount of range, with the added bonus of them breaking through enemies with armoured shells. DK Bananza has a lot of different types of currencies that you'll have to keep a mental track of. Bonanza gems unlock skill points, fossils are for buying new outfits, gold gets you items, maps, and unlocks constructions like getaways and blast barrels. Bonanza chips can be exchanged for Bonanza gems. When you get the chance, pick up the Better Sonar ability, because it will help you find all of these currencies. Better Sonar increases the range of DK's sonar from his hand slap ability to a whopping 160% before clothing bonuses, allowing you to locate nearby Bonanza gems, fossils, and entrances to challenge rooms. Apple juice is a mundane name attached to a very important resource. Upgrading your apple juice skill means you can carry more cans of apple juice up to a maximum of 5. Apple juice revives you instantly when you faint, meaning they're a great way to multiply your maximum health and escape the cold grasp of death. Engage your whimsical side and buy yourself some balloons. Dying in DK Bananza means you lose 10% of your gold to a maximum of 500, and I don't need to tell you that losing cash in any game or real-life situation is rough. As soon as you can, I recommend buying balloons in bulk from the stuff shop, so if you fall off a ledge, these roid helium-filled balloons will lift you back to the last platform you stood on with all of your gold intact. If you ever get stuck in a hole, don't reset the map, just fast travel to a checkpoint or any getaway you've built. Donkey Kong is hiding an ability from you, kind of. When you roll off an edge, you get one jump in midair for free. Using this smartly means you can cover long distances by chaining together roll, jump, roll combos. Also, it's more fun than just running. You've jump travelled across Skyrim or Oblivion at one point or another, you know it to be true. Go full Bonanza whenever you want. I know we have a tendency to ration how often we use powerful abilities or potions in video games, but you need to break through that mentality and go full Bonanza whenever you can. It makes tunneling and fighting enemies much faster and takes a surprisingly affordable amount of gold to refill your meter. Pick up the fast charge skill and it'll unlock a powerful punch with a forward blast that'll accompany Donkey Kong's first Bonanza transformation. It doesn't take long to charge the punch up, letting you dish out chain attacks that hit extremely hard. Similarly, being able to go full Bonanza and use it for longer periods is one of the most important skills you can get as soon as you unlock your first transformation. So get the Banana Grease skill as soon as you can, and rest assured, this 4-tiered skill applies to all of Donkey Kong's transformations. I know I've been telling you to pick up this skill and that skill, but remember, there's no harm in saving these skill points either. Stockpiling your points means you can take advantage of delayed gratification and immediately upgrade your abilities in one quick swoop, which is very satisfying if you're in a layer where there's a new Bonanza to unlock. No, not fling that, although monkeys are famous for it. If you want to get more sadistic than using terrain, you can use smaller enemies as projectiles. When they charge you, time your punch when they're going to collide with you, which will send them flying into other foes. You can even use them to clear terrain in your path. There are 2 ways to move faster in Donkey Kong Bananza. First, you can use any chunk of terrain you grab as a surfboard and travel across areas atop of it like Legolas. The terrain you use as a surfboard degrades at a far slower rate, meaning you can travel over difficult terrain like thorns or lava. Then there's swimming, arguably one of the slowest methods of movement in the game. Until you unlock a Bonanza ability that lets you run on water, crossing bodies of water can be a slog. Unlock the Surf ability, which lets you skim Donkey Kong across the water. And there you go, those are all the tips that we think are handy for when you're starting Donkey Kong Bananza. If you have any other tips you think would help people out, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful at least, don't forget to like and subscribe to Eurogamer for more video game videos out every single day. Now, I'm gonna go and eat some banana and Nutella on toast because this has made me crave it the entire time I've been recording this video, so I'll see you folks next time.